Amoljite and V_Ice are off to a strong start, leading the pack early in the race, with Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 right on their tail. Meanwhile, Laserloxt is not far behind and could make a move to shake up the top 3 positions. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are now in first place after overtaking Amoljite and V_Ice. Train 94 and Row 96 have moved up to third place, passing Laserloxt from Team Vanguard. The Inland Cypher has advanced to fifth place, overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. Ferreira 023 is making moves, advancing to P6 by overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. Meanwhile, Zygo 22 and Surianbot have both climbed to P8, surpassing Waldy. It's a heated battle for P8 between Zygo 22 and Surianbot in a Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 and Waldy in a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are neck and neck in their Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99, battling it out with Amoljite and V_Ice in their BMW NASCAR C2 for the top spot. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 has successfully overtaken Ferreira 023, securing a move up to P6. The battle continues as they navigate the track. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38, Whacked, Kale 87, and Rafael are locked in a tight four-way tussle for the 10th position. Exciting dynamics on the track. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 have moved up to P6, overtaking Ferreira 023. Kamikaze 38 and Whacked are in a heated duel for the 11th position, both driving Shelby Series 1 cars. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adar is also pushing hard in a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99, adding to the intense competition for the spot. It's a tight battle for the 11th position between Kamikaze 38 in the Shelby Series 1, Whacked also in the Shelby Series 1, and Rizaldi Adar in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Kamikaze 38 and Whacked are in a fierce battle for the 11th position, both driving a Shelby Series 1. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adar is also contending in the mix, steering a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Train 94, Row 96, and Laserloxt are currently engaged in a lively battle for the third position. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 have made a strong move, advancing to second place by overtaking Ameljite and Vice. KL87 and Irafale have advanced to P9, surpassing Waldy. Ferreira 023 in the Shelby Series 1, Zygote 22, and Sir Ironbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 are locked in a fierce battle for the 7th position. Hey Amin-san, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here again. Let's buckle up and enjoy the race together. Checkered flag. Barsu 321 and Nibbit in the Mercedes-Benz SL500 are fiercely contesting with Judge Benhir and Amy in the Holden Commodore SSGRA for the 19th position. It's a tight battle as they maneuver through the racetrack. Ameljite and V_Ice have advanced to P1, overtaking Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Hey, welcome back, someone. So glad to have you back in the driver's seat with us. Let's rev up our engines and get into some race car action together. Babardo and Meyer are locked in a tight battle for 18th place. The Nissan Skyline GTR R33 and Holden Commodore SSGRA are making this an interesting duel. One serious guy in Paulo Costa 09 has successfully overtaken the unknown Cypher, moving up to P5 in a Porsche 959. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 and Wecht are locked in a battle with Rizaldi Adar for P11. Rizaldi Adar has advanced to P11, surpassing Kamikaze 38 and Wecht. Markov is making a move on the inside of turn 3 to overtake Chen for 6th place. AT1792 from Team Blue Star has made an impressive move, closing the gap by 2.3 seconds as they reel in Barsu 321 and Nibit. AT1792 from Team Blue Star is on the move, closing in on Barsu 321 and Nibit, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Amojite and V_Ice are making moves, closing the gap by 2.3 seconds on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Laserloxt has made a strong move up to P3, surpassing both Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. It's getting intense as they battle for that position. Wayne Train 94, Row 96, and Laserloxt are fiercely contesting the third position. Meanwhile, Zygo 22, Sir Ironbot, Kale 87, and Aerofail are locked in an intense battle for the 8th position. It's a mix of Corvette C4ZR1 and Porsche 911 993 GT2 drivers, adding even more excitement to the race. Welcome back, Vosteroy. Great to have you back in the race car spectating crew. Babardo in the Nissan Skyline GTR R33 is holding off Meyer in the battle for 18th position, while Judgebin here and Amy in the Holden Commodore SSGRA are also in the mix for that spot. Judgebin here and Amy have made a solid move, climbing to P18 by overtaking Babardo and Meyer in a tight battle. Both cars are really pushing hard. Judgebin here and Amy in the Holden Commodore SSGRA and Babardo and Meyer in the Nissan Skyline GTR R33. Waldy is making a move, closing in on Kale 87 and Aerofail, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Waldy is making a move, narrowing the gap to Kale 87 and Aerofail by 2.6. Amojite and V_Ice are making moves, catching up to Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 2.1. Hey there, Blazing BT. Welcome back to the stream. We've missed having you here for the races. Buckle up and enjoy the high-speed action with us. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 are making gains on Laserloxt, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 have surged into second position, surpassing Amojite and V_Ice. Amojite and V_Ice have made a strong move, advancing to P2 by overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. Zygo 22 and Surahinbot have made some impressive moves, now sitting in 6th position after overtaking the unknown Cypher. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adar has climbed to 10th place, leaving Waldy behind. There's a tight battle between them for the 10th position. Amojite and V_Ice have made a strong move, taking over the lead from Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Waldy in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 is vying for P11 with Kamikaze 38 and Whacked, both piloting a Shelby Series 1. The competition for that spot is definitely heating up. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 have made a solid move to take the second position, overtaking Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Meanwhile, Sidrak has advanced to 13th place, surpassing Kamikaze 38 and Whacked. The battle for the 13th spot is heating up between Sidrak, Kamikaze 38, and Whacked. Laserloxt has moved up to P3, overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 has moved up to P4, overtaking Zygo 22 and Surahinbot. Zygo 22 and Surahinbot has moved up to P5, overtaking Ferreira 023. Sidrak is making moves, overtaking for cars to secure the 9th position. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 and Whacked are also on the move, overtaking for cars to grab the 10th position. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are closing in on Kale 87 and Irafael, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Waldy is making a strong push, closing in on Albert 1 and MYST 149 by 5.9 seconds. Rizaldi Adar has made a move up to P12, overtaking Albert 1 and MYST 149. However, Albert 1 and MYST 149 are not far behind, now at P13, overtaking Waldy. Sidrak, Kamikaze 38, and Whacked are now fiercely contending for the 9th spot. Kamikaze 38, Whacked, and Sidetrack are fiercely competing for the 9th position. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making moves, now in 7th place after overtaking Ferreira 023. Kamikaze 38, Whacked, and Sidetrack are locked in a tight battle for 9th position. Ferreira 023 is rapidly catching up to Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 5.8. Also, the unnamed Cypher has made a remarkable move to 9th position, overtaking Kamikaze 38 and Whacked. Rizaldi Adar has advanced to P10, surpassing Kamikaze 38 and Whacked. There's a tight battle for P10 between Rizaldi Adar, Kamikaze 38, and Whacked. Albert 1 and MYST 149 have gained ground to P12, overtaking Sidetrack. Albert 1 and MYST 149 are making a strong move, closing the gap on Rizaldi Adar by 10.7. Albert 1 and MYST 149 in the Subaru Impreza 22B STI are locked in a tight battle with Kamikaze 38 and Whacked in the Shelby Series 1 for 12th position. Keep an eye on their close duel. One serious guy and Paulo Costa 09 are making moves, closing in on Laserloxt by 3.4 seconds. Duvdad has advanced to P21, successfully overtaking 801792 from Team Blue Star. AT1792 is making a strong move, closing in on Babardo and Meyer with an impressive 11.8 second gain. Meanwhile, Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have advanced to P4, surpassing Zygo 22 and Sir Ironbot. Additionally, Duvdad from Team CODD has made progress, now at P20, overtaking Babardo and Meyer. ST4NBZH and Mukumbakum are making a swift advance on Duvdad, narrowing the gap by 13.6. One serious guy and Paulo Costa 09 have climbed to P5, passing Zygo 22 and Sir Ironbot. Ferreira 023 has advanced to P7, overtaking the unknown Cypher. Drin 1 and Super LaCroix are making gains, reducing the gap by 3.6 seconds on Albert 1 and MYST 149. Barsu 321 and Nipit have made a strong move, advancing to 18th place by overtaking Albert 1 and MYST 149. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have advanced to 2nd place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. One Serious Guy and Paolo Coster 09 have also moved up to 4th place, surpassing Laserloxt. One Serious Guy and Paolo Coster 09 are rapidly closing in on Laserloxt, reducing the gap by 40.9 units. 1792 from Team Blue Star is making moves, closing the gap by a whopping 45.8 seconds on Albert 1 and MYST 149. AT 1792 is making moves, closing in on Albert 1 and MYST 149, narrowing the gap by 2.1. Albert 1 and MYST 149 have advanced to P18, overtaking Barsu 321 and Nipit in an impressive move. Keeping up with the latest developments, Barsu 321 and Nipit are closing in on Albert 1 and MYST 149, reducing the gap by 13.9. On the other hand, AT 1792 is making a strong push, narrowing the gap to Barsu 321 and Nipit by 40.6. The dynamic changes in position are adding an extra layer of excitement to the race. Hey Shipbroman, welcome back to the stream. Good to have you back and ready to watch some thrilling AI race car action with us. Let's enjoy the race together. One Serious Guy and Paolo Coster 09 are closing in on Laserloxt, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Zygote 22 and Sir Ironbot are also reeling in One Serious Guy and Paolo Coster 09, closing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Welcome back to the stream, ND162. It's great to have you back in the virtual racetrack with us. Let's rev up those engines and enjoy the high-speed action together. Brian from Team Thunderbolt makes a strong move, overtaking 2 cars to climb up to 10th position. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are making some impressive progress, closing the gap to Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 by 2.0 seconds. Wayne Train 94, Row 96, and Laserloxt are locked in a heated battle for the 3rd position. Barsu 321 and Nipit are fiercely contesting for 19th position, with Barsu 321 in the Mercedes-Benz SL500 and Nipit in the Subaru Impreza 22B STI. The battle for position 19 is heating up. The Inland Zypher has overtaken Ferrea 023 and moved up to 5th position. Train 94, Row 96, and Laserlogst are currently engaged in a fierce battle for the 3rd position. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have narrowed the gap to Amuljite and V-Ice by 2.0. Train 94, Row 96, and Laserlogst are locked in a thrilling battle for the 3rd position. The battle for 3rd place is heating up between Train 94, Row 96, and Laserlogst. Albert 1 and MYST 149 are making a strong move, closing in on Judge Benhir and Amy, reducing the gap by 39.9 units. Waldy is under pressure as Kamikaze 38 and Wiped are gaining ground, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are making a move, closing in on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Waldy is closing in on Rizaldi Adar, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Barsu 321 and Nipit are fiercely contending for the 19th position, with Barsu 321 behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SL 500 and Nipit driving a Subaru Impreza 22B STI. The battle for position is heating up. Amy is making a strong move, rapidly closing in on Drin 1 and Super LaCroix, reducing the gap by 40.3 units. Babardo and Meyer are making moves, closing the gap on 80-17-92 by 2.6 seconds. Freya 023 and the Unknown Cypher are in a tight battle for 7th place. Freya 023 is behind the wheel of a Shelby Series 1, while the Unknown Cypher is piloting a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Babardo and Meyer continue to close in on 80-17-92, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making gains, narrowing the gap to Amoljite and V_Ice by 2.4 seconds. Forea 023 and the Unknown Cypher are locked in a tight battle for the 7th position, both showcasing the capabilities of their Shelby Series 1 and Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99, respectively. Kale 87 and RRVale are pushing the pressure on Forea 023 from Team Blue Star, reducing the gap by 3.4 seconds. Drin 1 and Super LaCroix are making gains on Sidetrack, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 have smoothly maneuvered into 2nd place, surpassing Laserloxt. In a quick succession of moves, Laserloxt has now secured the 3rd spot after overtaking both Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 have made an impressive move up to P4, overtaking both Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Forea 023 makes a strong move up to P6, passing Kale 87 and RRVale. Meanwhile, Kale 87 and RRVale make good progress, overtaking Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 for P7. The Unknown Cypher is quickly closing the gap on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the distance by 8.1 seconds. Kamikaze 38 and Wecht have made an impressive move up to 10th place, overtaking Rizaldi Adar. Forea 023 is making a strong move, closing the gap by 5.1 seconds and pressuring Zygo 22 and Surian Bot. Kale 87 and RRVale have made an impressive move, advancing to P6 by overtaking Forea 023. There's a tight battle for P6 between Kale 87 and RRVale in a Porsche 911 993 GT2 and Forea 023 in a Shelby Series 1. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adar has also gained ground, moving up to P12 after overtaking Waldy. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are narrowing in on Forea 023, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are making a solid move, reducing the gap to Amoljite and V_Ice by 2.7 seconds. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are making a strong move, closing the gap on Amoljite and V_Ice by 2.6 seconds. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have made a move, advancing to 7th place, overtaking Fureya 023. The Inland Cypher has advanced to 8th place after overtaking Fureya 023. Fureya 023 is making a strong move, closing the gap to the Inland Cypher by 28.0. We've Got Wayne Train 94, Mro 96, and Laserloxt in an intense battle for P2. Exciting developments on the track. Wayne Train 94 and Mro 96 have made their way to first place, surpassing Ameljite and V_Ice. Additionally, Kamikaze 38 and Wiped are making a strong effort to catch up to Fureya 023, closing the gap by 33.8 units. Rizaldi Adar has advanced to 10th place, surpassing Waldi. Waldi has moved up to 11th place, overtaking Kamikaze 38 and Wiped. The Inland Cypher is closing in on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Rizaldi Adar and Waldi are in a battle for P10. Rizaldi Adar and Waldi are locked in a tight battle for the 10th position. Waldi has made a move and is now in 10th place, passing Rizaldi Adar. They're locked in a battle for the 10th spot. Rizaldi Adar has made a move up to P10 by overtaking Waldi. They are now in a heated battle for that position. The Inland Cypher is closing in on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Similarly, Kamikaze 38 and Wiped are making gains on Waldi, closing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Ameljite and V_Ice are making a strong move, closing the gap to Wayne Train 94 and Mro 96 by 2.6 seconds. Ameljite and V_Ice are making a move, closing in on Wayne Train 94 and Row 96, reducing the gap by 2.5. Zygote 22 and Surayanbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 are dueling with Kale 87 and Rafael in the Porsche 911 993 GT2 for the 5th position. Rizaldi Adar and Waldi are in a heated battle for the 10th position. Rizaldi Adar and Waldi are locked in a tight battle for 10th place. Bradley has made an impressive leap, advancing to P10 by overtaking Rizaldi Adar. Zygote 22 and Surayanbot have made a move, advancing to P4 by overtaking Kale 87 and Rafael. Babardo and Meyer are now in 20th place after overtaking 1792. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making gains on Laserloxt, reducing the gap by 3.0 seconds. Meanwhile, Duffdad has advanced to P21, overtaking 1792. The unknown Cypher has moved up to P5, overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 has moved up to P6, overtaking Kale 87 and Rafael. Kale 87 and Rafael has moved up to P7, overtaking Ferreira 023 from Team Blue Star. ST4NVZH and Newcomb have made a significant gain on Duffdad, reducing the gap by 14.6. Ameljite and V_Ice have surged to P1, passing Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. Babardo and Meyer have climbed to P21, overtaking Duffdad from Team CODD. Waldi has made an impressive move, closing the gap by 53.2 and is now challenging Zygote 22 and Surayanbot for position. Ishi 1792 from Team Blue Star is making a strong move, narrowing the gap by 5.4 seconds to Barsu 321 and Nidbit. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have advanced to P3, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. The competition is heating up. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are now in second place after overtaking Laserloxt. And Barsu 321 and Nipbit have advanced to 18th position, surpassing Albert 1 and MYST 149. Laserloxt is quickly reeling in Waintrain 94 and Row 96, closing the gap by 31.3. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have moved up to P1, overtaking Waintrain 94 and Row 96. Waintrain 94 and Row 96 have moved up to P2, overtaking Laserloxt. Laserloxt from Team Vanguard is now closing in on Waintrain 94 and Row 96, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. AT1792 is making a move, gaining ground on Albert 1 and MYST 149, reducing the gap by 2.0. Waintrain 94, Row 96, and Laserloxt are locked in a tight battle for the second position. Meanwhile, Babardo and Meyer are steadily closing the gap on AT1792, reducing it by 2.2 seconds. Amojite and V_Eyes are making their move on Laserloxt, closing the gap by 2.1. Amojite and V_Eyes are closing in on Laserloxt, reducing the gap by 2.1. Rizaldi Adar has made a move, overtaking Waldy and securing the 10th position. Rizaldi Adar has dropped to P11 after being overtaken by Waldy. Albert 1 and NYST 149 have made notable progress, advancing to P18 by overtaking Barsu 321 and Nidbit. AT1792 is closing in on Barsu 321 and Nidbit, reducing the gap by 40.6. Rizaldi Adar in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99, Kamikaze 38, and White in the Shelby Series 1 are engaged in a fierce battle for the 11th position. The battle is so tight as Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are gaining ground on Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 4.4 seconds. Laserlogst from Team Vanguard and Amoljite and V-Ice are in a battle for P3. Laserlogst, Amoljite, and V_Ice are in a fierce battle for the 3rd position. Wayne Train 94, Row 96, and Laserlogst are currently locked in a fierce battle for the 2nd position. White said, "Hey Amy, do you think F1 cars nowadays look super stupid half-painted because they try to save few kilogram weight, and is Mercedes to blame for starting the trend in the 1920s? Har har, the half-painted look is definitely a bit unique, but hopefully it makes the cars faster. As for Mercedes, who knows what trends they've started over the years." Wayne Train 94, Row 96, Amoljite, and V_Ice are in a heated battle for 3rd place. Laserloxt has surged to P1, surpassing both Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Waintrain 94 and MRO 96 have made an impressive move, now in P2 after overtaking Ameljite and V_Ice. Ameljite and V_Ice also gained ground, now in P3 after passing Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 have moved up to P4, overtaking Kale 87 and Rafael. Kale 87 and Rafael have moved up to P5, overtaking Ferreira 023. Ferreira 023 has moved up to P6, overtaking Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Waintrain 94 and Row 96 are in a fierce battle for the second position, while Ameljite and V_Ice are also in the mix. On the other hand, Kale 87 and Rafael are steadily closing the gap on One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09, reducing it by 2.9 seconds. Rizaldi Adar has been making a move, closing in on Kamikaze 38 and wiped by 6.2. But then, Kamikaze 38 and wiped overtakes Rizaldi Adar to take the 10th position. However, Rizaldi Adar is not giving up and is closing the gap again by 6.2 seconds. Waldy is closing in on Sidrek, reducing the gap by 6.9 seconds. However, Sidrek has moved up to 11th position, overtaking Waldy. Now, Waldy is reeling in Sidrek again, closing the gap by 6.9 seconds. Waintrain 94, Row 96, Ameljite, and V_Ice are fiercely competing for the second position. Meanwhile, Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are catching up to Zygo 22 and Surian Bot, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Kamikaze 38 and Wiped are making a move, closing in on the Unknown Cypher by 2.1 seconds. Waintrain 94, Row 96, Ameljite, and the Ice are embroiled in an intense battle for second place. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have made a strong move, advancing to P7 by overtaking Zygo 22 and Surian Bot. They are in an intense battle for the 7th position. Meanwhile, Jijbin here and I are gaining ground on Drin 1 and Super LaCroix, reducing the gap by 3.9 seconds. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 are closing in on Ameljite and V_Ice, reducing the gap by 2.4. Meanwhile, the Unknown Cypher is reeling in Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, closing the gap by 2.1. The unknown Cypher has reduced the gap to Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 by 2.9. Sidetrack in the Shelby Series 1 is putting up a fight with Waldy in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 for the 11th position. Zygote 22 and Surahinbot have advanced to P6, surpassing Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. Meanwhile, Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have moved up to P7, overtaking Ferreira 023. The unknown Cypher has made a big move, advancing to 8th place by overtaking Ferreira 023. Kamikaze 38 and Whacked are making a strong move, reducing the gap to Ferreira 023 by 35.3. Sidetrack and Waldy are going head-to-head for the 11th position. It's the Shelby Series 1 versus the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Waldy has made a strong move, advancing to the 11th position by overtaking Sidetrack. Zygote 22 and Surahinbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C4 ZR1 are locked in a battle with Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 driving the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 for the 6th position. Meanwhile, Waldy has made progress, now in 10th place after overtaking Kamikaze 38 and Whacked. Rizaldi Adar also continues to climb, now in 12th place after passing Sidetrack. Albert 1 and MYST 149 are making a strong move, catching up to Judge Benhir and Amy, reducing the gap by 41.1 units. Keep an eye on this intense battle for positioning. Albert 1 and MYST 149 are making a strong move, closing in on Judge Benhir and Amy, reducing the gap by 3.0 seconds. Massive moves on the track. Judge Benhir and Amy are making a significant move, closing the gap to Sidetrack by 2.6 seconds. One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09 are making moves, closing in on Ameljite and V_Ice with a 2.4-second gap reduction. Zygo 22 and Surahinbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 are locked in a tight battle with Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 for 6th position. The unknown Cypher is catching up to Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8, reducing the gap by 3.0. Sidewreck is closing in on Drin 1 and Super LaCroix, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Zygo 22 and Surahinbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 are locked in a tight battle with Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 for 6th position. Meanwhile, Waldy is steadily closing in on Ferrea 023 from Blue Star, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Zygo 22 and Surahinbot are neck and neck with Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 in a heated battle for 6th place. Both pairs are driving impressive muscle cars, the Chevrolet Corvette C4ZR1 and the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Judge Binhir and Amy have made a significant move, closing the gap by 38.5 on Drin 1 and Super LaCroix. Judge Binhir and Amy have made a significant gain, reducing the gap to Drin 1 and Super LaCroix by 2.4 seconds. Babardo and Meyer are on the move, advancing to P20 by overtaking 1792. Kale 87 and Rafael have advanced to P4, overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot. Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot have climbed to 5th place, overtaking Kale 87 and Rafael. Dufdad has moved up to 21st place, passing 1792. Freya 023 is making a significant push, closing in on Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot by 17.5. Meanwhile, ST4 and BZH and Newcombotham are gaining ground, reducing the gap to Babardo and Meyer by 416.7. Additionally, the unknown Cypher has surged to P5, overtaking One Serious Guy and Paulo Costa 09. Dufdad has significantly closed the gap by 8.6 seconds as he reels in Babardo and Meyer. Exciting turn of events in the race. Dufdad is closing in on Babardo and Meyer, reducing the gap by 3.0 seconds. Waldy is making gains on Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot, closing the gap by 3.8. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making some serious moves, closing in on Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 by reducing the gap by 3.0. Drin 1 and Super LaCroix are making moves, closing the gap on Sidrek by 2.2 seconds. ST4 and BZH and Newcombotham are rapidly closing in on Dufdad, reducing the gap by 40.1. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 have made an impressive move, now in 3rd place after overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. The unknown Cypher is making serious gains, closing the gap by 41.5 units to Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. Freya 023, Zygo 22, and Surayan Bot are in a heated battle for 8th place, with Freya 023 in a Shelby Series 1 and Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot both driving a Chevrolet Corvette C for ZR1. Zygo 22 and Surayan Bot have made a great move, advancing to P8 by overtaking Freya 023. Amojite and V_Ice have advanced to 1st place, surpassing Laserloxt. Barsu 321 and Nidbit have made a move, advancing to P18, overtaking Albert 1 and MYST 149 in the process. Albert 1 and MYST 149 are making significant gains, closing the gap by 12.6 seconds on Barsu 321 and Nidbit. Similarly, Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are closing in on Amuljite and V-Ice, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. The race dynamics are really heating up. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are making a strong push, significantly reducing the gap with Amuljite and V-Ice by 39.4. Meanwhile, the Unknown Cypher is also closing in on Wayne Train 94 and Row 96, narrowing the gap by 2.6. Judge Binhir and Amy are making a move, cutting the gap to Trin 1 and Super LaCroix by 3.1 seconds. ST4 NBZH and Mukumbakam are making a strong move, closing in on Dovdad with the gap reduced by 465.9. Elsewhere, 801792 is closing in on Albert 1 and MYST 149, narrowing the gap by 2.7. The competition is heating up. KL87 and Rafael are making a strong move, closing in on one Sirius Guy and Paulo Costa 09, reducing the gap by 2.0. The Unknown Cypher is facing pressure as one Sirius Guy and Paulo Costa 09 are closing in, reducing the gap by 2.7 seconds. Amuljite and V_Ice have advanced to second place, surpassing Wayne Train 94 and Row 96. Wayne Train 94 and Row 96 are now in third place after overtaking Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8. KL87 and Rafael are closing in on the Unknown Cypher, reducing the gap by 3.2. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making some serious gains, rapidly reducing the gap to one Sirius Guy and Paulo Costa 09 by 23.9 units. Freya 023 has made a slick move, advancing to P8 after overtaking the Unknown Cypher. Ferrea 023 is making moves, closing the gap on Zygo 22 and Surian Bot by 2.1. Rizaldi Adar has made a move up to P10, overtaking Waldy. Waldy has made a strong move, overtaking Rizaldi Adar and securing the 11th position. Okayaki 3 and Okayaki 8 are making gains, closing in on one serious guy and Paulo Costa 09 by 2.4 seconds.
Is that a podium, boys?